I told you yesterday, and I mentioned Oseni's name particularly why I avoid Arise Television. And you assured me that you are going to moderate it in a way. Oseni cannot, if it's his job, go for my personality or my person on the live television. I will give it back to him.
It's okay, Mr.
Welcome to Politics on the Wheel, and on review today week we had so many flashpoints, trending stories, and I am here to review most of these stories, maybe 2-3 of those stories that trend so much last week. And one of them is the former governor of Ekiti, Fayose, and Oseni of Arise TV, and some simple questions were thrown at him, and he almost cried. He even made it known that he discussed with Dr. Ruben Abati, I beg your pardon, and he emphasized on Oseni Rufai, and that he don't like coming to Arise TV because of his kind of questions. You know, the issue here is this: Oseni, as a journalist, try as much as possible to research much about every topic and people that are coming on show, and he always gives them this hard question that most journalists will always avoid, and people tends to be scared of him whenever they are coming to Arise TV. And I believe by now so many people will no longer be interested in going to Arise TV, knowing fully well that Rufai is available. So could we say that the fear of Rufai is a beginning of wisdom when going on live TV? Could it be? So look at a video and see, after he held him very well, you know, that he's a great man, Peter the Rock, and now serving breakfast. And
you again, Mr. Peter Fayose, Oshokomola himself, Peter the Rock. All you have said,
thank you very much.
All you have said is a justification of continued illegality in our country. And a lot of people are taken aback because also you yourself have been secretly recorded by an army captain when you were hatching out election fraud plans yourself in 2014. And we all remember that experience. So is it that we should continue in that now? And I also like to ask you this honestly.
Mr. Governor, former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, almost crying on TV. Very funny.
Something that impugns on my personality, I will not give you an answer to that. So if you're asking a question, I told Ruben Abati yesterday, and I specifically complained about you.
A very funny incident, and that's just it for that. And looking at also what happened in Anambra State, the 1-year anniversary of Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo, former governor of Central Bank, and so many dignitaries were there, and Obasanjo was there, former governor of Anambra State, and the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Obi, was there, and it was a banger. Man, you need to see. Just look at the way he walked in. Just imagine that Obi was president-elect, and walking into that hall, man, it was going to be something like a volcano. You know, even at that, look at the reception that he had. Look at the way people were chanting his name and all of that. And I think the governor of Anambra State, I think he was on stage about to speak when he walked in, and the DJ did justice to that. That was really, really, really something that Reno or Mokri couldn't hold back. And he came on stage and was like, I'm going to apologize to, I'm withdrawing my words. In his words, he said, I'm withdrawing my words, I'm taking it back. You know, after he said that Obi was, you know, also rigging election in the East, while Obi was featured in one of the Arise TV program, and he said that he wondered why he never even got 100% because it's very popular in the East, you know. So going by that, Reno Mokri came out and said, I'm sorry, I never knew this will happen. By what I have seen so far, it means he could even get over 120%. Something is happening. Something is happening. You know, politics.
Said that Bola Tinubu rigged the February 25, 2023 elections to emerge as the president-elect. But then I have said publicly that I also feel that Peter Obi actually did some rigging by himself, because when I look at the figures that he posted from Anambra State, you know, getting almost 97% of the vote, I mean, I felt that maybe there was some, will I say, shenanigans going on. And then he went on Arise Television. He responded to me in his interview. I think this was about a week ago, less than a week ago. And he said, look, he's surprised that he didn't even get 100% in Anambra because he's so popular. Well, you know, I took that with a pinch of salt, but then today I've seen an event. It's still happening right now. It's the 1-year ceremony in office of 1-year anniversary in office for the incumbent governor, Governor Charles Soludo in Anambra is ongoing right now. And Peter Obi just walked into the room. And, you know, I mean, the applause was like thunder. You know, it was like thunder. So yeah.
This is something that is a game of interest. And, you know, those politicians and those that work closely with politicians knows how to play their ways around and play with the emotions of people. You won't tell me that Reno is not aware that Peter Obi is very popular in the East. He was a spokesman of Jonathan. He knows Obi very well. He even campaigned for Obi at the time. There was a time he said that Obi should move to a smaller party and he will get a ticket. That, look at the Macron of France and all of that. He gave those suggestions a year later before Peter Obi picked the form with Labour Party and all of that. But look at the way the whole thing played out. So, you know, in that same occasion, Dr. Emmanuel, I think the Honezi, he made one statement where he said that the ethnic issue in Lagos, you know, that they shouldn't take it serious because the Yorubas and the Igbos are not in any form of crisis. It is just some political rascals. And you know what? This guy in APC, he likes to talk so much. The last time he said something and DSS invited him, and then what happened? He came to Twitter and was giving a daily update. You know, FFK, former Minister of Aviation, he came up and he was like, you know, you have been distorted the whole ethnic group or the ethnicity of Yoruba race, and you don't even expect Obasanjo sitting there keeping quiet. You would have talked down and all of that. Look at the statement the young man made. He said that those politicians and what happened in Lagos was political rascal. He was not insulting the Yoruba ethnic group. But, you know, FFK, that is FFK, took it out of context. And, you know, it was eruption everywhere on Twitter. You know, and again, another story again that trended last week was the issue of PDP national chairman being suspended by his ward in Benue State for anti-party. Wow, anti-party? When the crisis in PDP was, you know, very, very serious and all of that. But it was between Wike or Tom, you know, the G5 governors, you know, the Ashebi governors. You know, they were the one, you know, doing anti-party, if we may say there was an anti-party, because RU was with Atiku. The crisis was so much, and we saw the result of it at the general election. Now, they are suspending him for anti-party. So, who did he support in another political party? Could it be... Are we going to say that he supported APC at the state level for them to win? Or he supported a Labour Party? I don't get. How? Anti-party, how? Maybe we'll look into that and see in our next video that I will be talking about the Benue state election and the audacity of Otom and the governor-elects, Reverend Father Alia, you know, where I will be having a street interview I think I will be talking more about that. So if you stay tuned and subscribe to our channel, I think you'll be able to follow up that particular story. So moving on